And I just wanted to make a review today about the Louisiana Series 7 electric pellet smoker. It's usually $5.99 at Costco, but it's on sale right now, currently for $449. It's a really good piece, guys. I recommend it highly to anyone. Here's why. You see, you got 60 pounds of pellets can fit in this smoker. 60 pounds of pellets, and on the side it has a glass window, which is pretty cool. I only got probably about 10 pounds of pellets in there right now. I did put about 40 pounds in, but as I said, I did a couple smokes already. But it can smoke for roughly about 35 hours on 60 pounds of pellets. Another neat feature is it has 6 cooking grates. Well, the water pan can actually fit in one of these grates too, so it's 2,100 square inches, roughly actually 2,059 square inches of cooking space, which is a huge smoker. Definitely worth your money, $449. Last week I cooked 2 chickens and only took up 1 shelf. This temperature goes from 190 degrees all the way to 450 degrees. It's pretty neat because it has a digital control board. I've been smoking for years, and it's so difficult to actually regulate the temperature for 15-hour smoke, like with a pork butt or pork shoulder. Hit the button, leave it, and let it smoke. This is where your fuel's gonna come through right there from the pellet container, and it's just gonna keep feeding the igniter. Hopefully you can see that little piece right there. That actually glows extremely red and just burns the pellets, creating all the smoke that you need. Obviously it's really simple to use. When I first started, I usually crank it up to 350 degrees for probably about 5-10 minutes to burn off all the pathogens and bacteria left over from the previous smoke. So 350 degrees, it gets up to heat probably in about 5-10 minutes to 350 degrees. But this is how I prime it. What you do is you just hit the button, and you can hear the fan actually start to go right now. And as soon as I even hit the button, it's already feeding pellets into the fuel container. Now, it comes with 2 meat probes as well. Put a meat probe here, obviously they aren't connected because it will register the temperature right here and the register temperature right here. It has the actual internal temperature, and it also has the temperature of what you set it on, because you can set it on smoke 150 all the way to 450 degrees. And I did say 190 degrees before, I meant 150 to 450 degrees. I mean, you can cook pizzas, you can smoke pizzas, you can put pecan, apple wood, cherry wood, and actually bake cookies on this. It's pretty amazing. Another thing I want to mention is the water pan. Always keep the water pan at least 3/4 full with water to avoid any kind of grease fire as well. Looking, I'm not supposed to do this, very dangerous, but as you can see, it's creating a lot of smoke within just a couple minutes. It's so awesome. I already got it up to 350 degrees and already did the priming. Now I'm going to put 2 slabs of ribs on today, one with Cajun seasoning that I'm going to talk about, and also with my AP seasoning, my all-purpose seasoning, my all-purpose rub that basically my go-to. But this bad boy is supposed to remain on top to avoid any kind of large fire happening. If the grease misses the water pan, it's going to come down here. It comes in this hole, and it's easy access to remove the grease right here. It's pretty neat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 3-2-1 method with 2 slabs of ribs. I'm going to get started and show you the process of that and how easy using this Louisiana Series 7 electric smoker. If you're wondering how much money it's actually going to cost, I do have a electricity usage monitor, and it as soon as you plug it in, it pumps out 276 watts. And I did the math here for everyone. If you pump out 276 watts 5 hours a day, it's it's only going to cost you 16.5 cents for that one day. If you do 5 hours a day for a full month, it's going to be less than $5 to run this. It's very, very effective. Doesn't cost a lot of money. You'll probably spend more money with lump coal and charcoal. And you're probably wondering what this frying button does right here. Let me show you what it does. Let me go ahead and remove this. Obviously, you have pellets in there already turning, but it's turning very, very slow, at a slow pace. It's creating smoke, but if you want a little bit more smoke, you hit the prime button, and it speeds up this cylinder and feeds the pellets a lot faster into the fuel pot. You see, if I just hold it down, as you can see, it's feeding a lot faster into the fuel pot, which is going to create more smoke as well. So it's good to use. Let's say if you're, in a smoke for a couple hours and you feel that your piece of meat needs a little bit more smoke, just hold down the priming button and it speeds up the cylinder. It's pretty cool. I'm going to put it on the smoke function, which is going to remain the temperature between about 210 to 240 degrees. It fluctuates between there, which is great for low and slow cooking. And as soon as it gets up to temperature, about 210 degrees, I'm going to throw on the ribs and we'll go from there. Also, one more thing I wanted to show you was, let's say if, oh, that's pretty neat. This is where you put the pellets in, right down here. But let's say if you want to switch out hickory pellets with cherry or wood pellets or competition pellets, which is a go-to for me. There's a latch right here. You just flip this open. All the pellets are going to come out right there. Really, really simple. So you can change it out fairly easily. It comes with caster wheels, so it's easily accessible. You can roll it pretty much in the garage, your patio, your porch. It's pretty neat. And also it has a porcelain coated grid construction, so it's almost pretty impossible to deteriorate over time. It's very, very difficult for this bad boy to rust. I have smoked on a Pit Boss, I smoked on a Traeger. My father-in-law has the Big Green Egg, which is a great smoker, but if you wanted a little bit more room, a little bit more space, I mean, this is a heck of a deal. 450 bucks. Comes with a grill cover as well, which is going to cost, $60, $70 online anyway, so it came with it. It's a good deal. So I'm going to get this bad boy up to temperature, latch it. Alright, just put in the ribs. I got the 2 meat probes also hooked up. So as you can see, one meat probe is at 48 degrees and the other one's at 51 degrees. I got the internal temperature set to 225 degrees. I took it out of the smoke position just so I get up to 225 degrees a little bit faster. So as it gets to 225, I'm going to turn it down to smoke and I'll just maintain that temperature and just feed the fuel pot. But the smoker currently is at 170 degrees and climbing. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. Also, I did find out that just now, actually, if you have any of the smallest little kink in your wire for your meat thermometer, it will not register on the digital board. So make sure there's no kinks. Also, yeah, the wires just come right out in the corner here. Let's go and open up this, and I'll show you the ribs. They're looking really good. Like I said, I just put it on so they don't have any smoke in them now. But this is my AP rub. It's a combination between salt, garlic, and pepper. It's 1 part salt, it's 3 parts salt, 2 parts garlic, 1 part pepper. So if you're going to do 1 cup of salt, half cup granulated garlic, and a 1/4 cup of pepper for the AP rub. I put that on all my pork that I smoke. And then let that sit. Here's my Cajun seasoning back there. You can see the different color. Let that sit for a little while. Let it soak in. And then I put on my main rub, which is right here. 1 cup sugar. It fills up about a mason jar whenever you mix all this up. Well, it's 1 cup. Well, it's 1 cup sugar. Excuse me. It's half a cup sugar, half cup brown sugar, half cup salt, half cup black pepper, 1/4 cup chili powder, 1/4 cup paprika, 1 tablespoon cumin, 1 tablespoon cayenne pepper, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, and 1 tablespoon onion powder. It is a really, really good pork seasoning. I put it on my Boston butt, put it on my pork ribs, put it on my country style ribs, put it on my pork tenderloin. It's definitely my go-to, added with my AP rub of the salt, pepper, and garlic. I'm gonna let this sit. Don't want to lose too much heat, and I will come back in about an hour. From now. The ribs have been smoking for 1 hour. It's still pushing out quite a bit of smoke here. And if you look at the digital control board, it's at the smoke position, and it's pushing out 215 degrees. Probe 1 is at 109 degrees. Probe 2 is at 114 degrees. It's working great. I'm gonna open up the door, get a little sneak peek. 1 hour in. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And there it is, 1 hour in. I know we're not supposed to open up the door, but with a electric pellet smoker, it makes it extremely difficult to get back. Oh, excuse me, extremely easy to get back up to heat. And it's at 200 now. I lost a little bit, but I'll let it smoke for another 2 hours since I'm doing the 3-2-1 method. I'm going to put hard smoke on it for 3 hours, take it out, wrap it for 2 hours, and put it back on the smoker for an additional 1 hour. Looking pretty good. Smells good. The ribs have been smoking now for just over 3 hours, and it's been steady at about 215 degrees. With the smoke option right here, it has dropped to about 190 degrees. At the lowest, 185, and it bounced back up to about 230. So it fluctuates between those temperatures. But the probes, I really don't look at the probes when I'm doing ribs, because after 3 hours, I'm going to take them out and I'm going to wrap them in tin foil. And when I wrap them in tin foil for 2 hours, put them back on the smoker, it's just going to raise the temperature and they're going to be done. They're going to be falling off the bone. And then I'm going to put them back on the smoker for an additional hour. But I look at the color when I smoke my ribs, and oh yeah, look at that smoke. That's good smoke. I look at the color, and the color is perfect right now. It's a good mahogany color. That means these ribs aren't going to take on any more smoke. They're time to get wrapped, put them back on the smoker, and when I wrap them with tin foil, I am going to wrap them with. Put some honey in the tin foil, and also with some brown sugar, and that's going to give a little bit of sweetness with the cayenne pepper and the chili powder on the back end. So I'll get these wrapped. All right, that's all you need. You really don't need too much brown sugar since there's sugar already in the rub. That should give it a nice glaze at the end when we put it back on the smoker for that final hour. So I'll take them off the smoker, wrap them in tin foil. That is perfect. Perfect. That's the kind of color you want right before you wrap them. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the ribs, put them meat down so they can simmer on the top end so we can break down all the fat. All right, we're just going to go ahead and let these steam for about 2 hours. These ribs just smoked for additional 2 hours in tin foil, simmering in their own juices. So we're just going to open these up. Oh yeah, look at that. You're just, oh man, you're falling off the bone. Oh, that's great. That's really, really great. We're just going to vent these a little bit, open up both these packages and vent them, and let them sit for probably about 10 minutes. Just let them try to reabsorb those juices that are just underneath the tin foil. And then we're gonna go ahead and glaze them with some barbecue sauce and put them back on the grill at about 250 degrees for the last hour. So I'm just gonna let them sit just like that, vent for probably about 10 minutes. Just took both wraps out of the tin foil. And as you can see, there's a lot of excess fat in there. Most people would mix that with their barbecue sauce or make some kind of a jus out of it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and discard that, even though that's some really good juices. But I did put 2 slabs of ribs back on the smoker. And this is the home stretch, the last hour of the smoke. They're looking really, really good. The bones are showing. Another hour, these things are gonna cut through like butter. We got the temp set at 250 degrees. About a half an hour into the last hour of the smoke. Ribs are looking good. The barbecue sauce is starting to darken up a little bit, looking really, really nice. What I did different this time, I wanted to test out the theory that I had. I put the temperature up to 250 degrees. First half an hour, put it on the smoke position. Now the smoke position is gonna lower the heat very slowly, but it's also gonna give it a half an hour of smoke at the end. So hopefully the last half an hour, it'll just infuse the outside, infuse the crust, and infuse the barbecue sauce with a little bit more hickory smoke. We got about 20 minutes before we take it off. It's looking really, really good. And since I put it on the smoke position, it did produce a lot more smoke than it did at 250 degrees, which I'm very happy about. It's game time, moment of truth. Oh yeah, cutting through like butter. Cutting through like butter. Have a very nice smoke ring on there, as you can see. Coming right off the bone. Right off the bone. That's the Cajun. Does have a little bit of kick to it. Nice smoke ring. Very nice smoke ring. Oh yeah. The AP rub is the way to go, man. That AP rub is so good. So delicious. And there you have it, guys. 6.5 hour smoke on the Louisiana pellet grill. Looks phenomenal. Very, very delicious. Post your comments below. Thank you.